Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another review. Tom Ford's Costa Azzurra, released this year. It used to be a private blend and now it's been transferred over to Signature line. So this is how the bottle looks like, and it's a common trend now with Tom Ford. They're moving a lot of their private blend fragrances into the more affordable Signature line, and in doing so excuse me, they're also removing some finer aspects, maybe reducing the quality of the ingredients. Whatever they are doing, it is turning out to be a successful formula. The one that I reviewed recently was Beau de Joie. Really enjoyed it. They've done it with a couple of more other fragrances as well, like Tuscan leather was brought in as ombre leather, which I've reviewed. I think they've done it with metallic as well, which I haven't smelt. And this is the fourth one that they've moved over, I think, if I'm not wrong, to the Signature line. I really enjoyed it and I've tested it quite a bit. So this is a 5 ml decant. I've used about 1.5 ml or so. I've given it at least 3 or 4 wears. Every time I've worn it has been in the spring or nowadays. It's been scorching hot and I really enjoyed it. So let's start. There's a little bit of a dry down. I was wearing this all day and I've sprayed it twice. Excuse me. So let's start. Opening is fantastic. The moment you spray it, you are absolutely in love with this scent. It's beautiful, beautiful scent. There are about 19 notes. According to Fragrantica, I don't get 19 notes, but I get a very, very nice smell. Beautiful smell. So it has this woody chalkiness to it. And on top, so that's the texture, woody, chalky. On top of that, there's tangy sweetness to it. So sweet and sour. And a little bit of zesty, almost fizzy lemoniness. So that's the structure. Chalky, sweet and sour, and then zesty lemoniness. The notes, when I look at the notes breakdown, the first surprise was oud as a top note. Now, I've smelt a few Middle Eastern fragrances that use oud to make sweet sour kind of fragrance, tangy, very tangy. So it didn't come as a surprise that they've used oud here as a top note. And there is oud here. If you really focus on smelling oud, you'll smell oud, but it doesn't have any skankiness to it. And another beautiful note they've used here is cardamom. Very Middle Eastern, sort of, not Oriental, but Middle Eastern citrus aromatic. A lot of Rasasi fragrances do that. And they've stolen that idea, which I like. Because, you know, Middle Eastern fragrances normally copy and clone. Here, Tom Ford is copying that idea of using oud and cardamom to create a citrus aromatic experience. Very nice. Very nice. It is a very nice fragrance. Opening is amazing. The dry down brings in the greener aspect. So there's a prominent sea type feel to this fragrance when it dries down. And it's not fishy or ozonic. It smells like dry, salty air that you would find across or close to oceans. Yeah, very dry and very salty. Not very salty, sorry. Very dry, slightly salty. They've apparently used seaweed, which I don't smell at all. And I'm a gardener. I use seaweed as a fertilizer because I'm an organic farmer or gardener, and I use seaweed. And seaweed is very fishy in smell. There's no fishiness here, but apparently there's seaweed here. When the fragrance dries down, that's where the sweetness and the tanginess goes away, and the fragrance brings in a heavy note of ivory super, so cedar, and very clear, very nice driftwood. The smell of driftwood is very complex and it's been used by Tom Ford in many fragrances. This fragrance has the best implementation of driftwood. Loved it. So driftwood apparently has a smell of lemon oil, neroli. It's very airy. It's almost transparent. It's very slightly salty and very comforting. Driftwood is a very nice scent, and I've smelt it many times in Tom Ford creations. The dry down, this fragrance has got very different sort of smell signature than what I explained to you. As I said, it's very green, dry, airy, and no sweetness at all. And no tanginess at all as well. The oud almost goes away. So that's the smell. It's a lot of transformation. It's a nice scent. I enjoy it. So, upsides and downsides. Number one upside, this is a good scent for summer. Spring and summer. This smells better in spring because there's a middle note of cypress. So it's very green as well. Or little green, I should say. And herbal in the middle. So there are lots of things going on. And that's the upside for me. I've never smelled the private blend Costa Azzurra, so I don't know how it smelled. But this smell, the citrus aromatic, it could have been very straightforward citrus aromatic, but there are lots of different facets, different things which make the fragrance very interesting for me. I enjoyed it. I'm still enjoying it. It's lovely. There's also a very tarty lemon-like smell coming through now, which I really enjoyed the first time I wore it in spring. So that's number one upside. Number two upside, if you're looking for a very stylish, nice smelling, modern citrus aromatic, you should try sampling this one. This is very modern, very stylish, interesting, not just boring citruses and woods. There's a lot of nuances here, especially using oud, which is obviously copied from the Middle Eastern freshies, but I still like it here. And especially paired with the cardamom and cypress. Nice. So those are the two upsides. Downsides, it becomes a skin scent very fast. In about 45 minutes to half an hour to 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, it becomes a skin scent. It does not project. So I tried it on my shirt today and I kept smelling it. I also had a fan because it was a hot day and it was basically on, it was rotating. And every time I had the waft of air coming towards me, I could smell Costa Azzurra. That tells me that it performs better if you wear it on your shirt rather than as compared to your skin. Could be that there's a lot of isoe super, so my nose is going nose blind. But the smell is really nice. Number two, value for money. This thing will cost you between 80 and 90 pounds for 100 ml because it becomes a skin scent and because it smells so nice when it starts. You might feel a little bit regretful buying this fragrance. So test it out. Value for money for me is low to medium. Yeah, but it smells damn nice. So, occasions, spring, summer, daytime, professional, amazing, really good. Age groups, any age group. You know, I would really like to see a 25-year-old wear this to a special daytime engagement like work, interview, first date, summer, daytime date, no problem. 60-year-old, no problem. Very, very nice. So, age groups done, seasons done. Compliment factor. If people smell this on you, you will definitely get a compliment because it smells so nice, so different. It's not just a clean, airy citrus aromatic. It's really nice. There are lots of different facets to it, which makes this fragrance very interesting. So compliment factor, if you get smelled, you will get complimented. It's very nice. Very nice. So, I think I've covered all aspects, haven't I? Performance I've covered. Projection, low. Longevity, I get about 5 to 6 hours maximum. Yeah, sometimes a little bit longer, but very pale sort of a skeleton of the scent. So 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours. Projection, low to medium. Sillage, low to medium. Performance is a problem unless you put it on your shirt and it starts to project. So, but it's so nice and so welcoming, the scent. It's so entertaining that you will want to sample this at least. Marks out of 10, 7. I was going to give it an 8 because it's so interesting, but the other factors are, sort of playing a spoiled sport. Performance being 1, value for money being low to medium or medium to high maybe, I don't know. But do sample this because it's quite interesting. You'll like it. Get a decant if you can and just wear it and see if you want to get a full bottle or not. So 7 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed the review, fellas. Take care. Bye-bye.